Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Blind Prophet. So in the last episode we looked for and found the lost last heiress of the Marrow family, Elsa, and we asked her what happened to her and her brother after they were separated from their mother. And it was Ludwig who actually had died earlier, suspiciously, and whose murder was then described as a suicide by the media and the police. And Elsa talked to us about... It was Râ something, let's see, is it said here? Current objective. Right, to start with, it's better to blend into the crowd discreetly. I'll pass myself off as an intern and take a look around. Okay, so they don't mention the name here. And what was the guy's name? It was Râ something. Stanislas Râ or something like that, but anyway, he's basically the guy who is running the entire city, and he's apparently now running for the mayor position of the city. But yeah, this Stanislas Râ made a deal with the Marrow family many years ago, about 2 decades ago I believe it was. And then he basically ran the whole family down and separated the children from their mother, and has made sure that the 2 children, Elsa and Ludwig, will stay at the bottom of the society to make sure that they won't get into any good jobs or anything else like that. So yeah, he's a bit of a dick, and we are planning to go and meet with this Râ in his own tower, but we have to work our way up there apparently. So without further ado, let's do exactly that and take a look around. So we now work as an intern here. That's our disguise. A computer. Computers, hardly surprising in an office. Can you use it? I have other things to do right now. Okay. Scraper. There's tools all over the place with all these building alterations. Can I take a closer look at the painting, because this is a bad angle. There are frescoes everywhere. They must be from the time of the old building. Okay. That was everything from here, I take it. And I believe that our first job, given to us by our quote-unquote boss, is to make coffee for all these people. Video mixer. This equipment retransmits what's happening in the studio. Coffee machine. A coffee machine to keep the troops alert. Yeah, so we have to work on this. Chief editor, that's our boss, I take it, judging from the hair. Overbearing and unbearable. On air, that must be a studio of some kind. BBL News. Ah, okay, so this is a news station. Can we do anything with this? Okay. Warning: coffee making is not a fine art. One measure of coffee for 2 measures of water. So please, no more dishwater. Thank you. Okay. So one measure of coffee for 2 measures of water. Delicious. Such a delicate aroma. Perfectly balanced. That's the business, kid. Oh, we actually did it right. You have a real talent, did you know that? Most of the employees can't be arsed to make decent coffee. It's really not that complicated, seriously. Well, indeed it isn't, if I did it by accident. Thanks, great. Can I do something else now? No way, you are in exactly the right place. Just stay there. We need plenty more. There's a load of guests. Keep it up. Alright. Okay, guess we're not leaving this station anytime soon. We make more then, I suppose. Oh, that's foul. What have you done to that coffee? What have you done to that coffee? That's another grammatical error there. It's totally undrinkable. Sorry, I don't know where I messed up. I just couldn't get it right. That won't do. I can't serve stuff like that to the guests. Forget it. I'll find someone else. Don't you worry. We won't let you go. We won't let you get bored all the same. Phew. How about you take a wander around and chat with everyone? Visit the boss's office. What? Yes, that would be great. Ha ha ha, stop dreaming, intern. There's no end of chores to be done. I should have known. You must have noticed we have got the builders in. We are in the middle of renovating this old ruin. Next door there's a wall with some drawing on it. There's no way to get a worker to scrape that thing off. You mean you want me to destroy the fresco? That old crap's gotta go. We can't be working here surrounded by all this medieval junk. Hey, don't call it junk. You should take this stuff to the museum. This is an office, not a freaking museum. Get serious for once. Medieval? I don't think you know much about. We need something new, that's all. We are going to have nice purple rendering. That will go perfectly with the director's logo. Hop along. Jump to it, lad. Let's keep calm. Above all, don't act suspiciously. I think that eye patch of yours alone and the tattoos on your hands will make you look suspicious. Okay, but what did we do wrong in there earlier? Did the instructions change there and I just didn't notice? I thought I did the coffee exactly the same way. Whatever. Can we even go there? The program is on air. I would better wait. Okay, makes sense. I was wondering. Okay, so we have to scrape this fresco off. I take it. This fresco speaks for itself. Shame that I can see it. I see it because of this damn camera angle. Can you pick up that? Okay. That little minx expects me to use this to destroy this fresco. Let's keep calm for the moment. Holy crap, that looks great. Why would you want to scrape this thing off? Let's see. Can I even recognize this? Any of the events here? That looks like, I don't know, ancient Greece. I guess that must be Zeus, who got angry because of that fish dish. Okay. And then he decided to fuck the entire city up. Oh, this hurts. To destroy this thing like this. This must hurt. For Bartholomeus as well. Yeah, we are leaving some spots here and there, but oh well. Hey, there's a big spot here. Whatever. If it's fine for you, then it's fine for me too. Okay, there we go. And where does this lead? Now there's a worker. I guess there's nothing else. Oh, maintenance man. A maintenance man working on a ventilation panel. It would be more interesting perhaps than with that crazy bitch. It would more. Another typo there, or rather they forgot to add another word. If I can't get it open, I'm going to have to change my plans. It won't work, it seems. I need the fingerprints of Stanislas Râ. That's the name, Stanislas Râ. I wasn't too far off. I like this music, by the way. Sounds like some music from a retro game. Okay, I guess we talk to her some more. Oh look, it's much better like that. I'm going to look for a pot of purple paint now, and you... Wait a minute. Aren't I meant to be the intern, not the laborer? Aren't I meant... And again, weird way to say it. Or maybe it's right, I don't know. I mean, English is not my first language either, but that just sounded so weird. I hadn't thought of it that way. Just a minute while I take a look at your resume. Journalism school? Interesting. This might be of use. BBL Infos. That wouldn't be a kind of newspaper exactly. Things change all the time. It's still a bit loose. Here we are in the old Rotbork town hall. Oh yeah, this was a town hall, upon which Stanislas Râ built his company HQ. The Râ Corp. During the crisis, the local media nearly went under. But Râ bailed them out and graciously lent them part of his firm's building. So they could continue their work with financial independence. What a philanthropist. Again, I still don't know what philanthropist means, but I assume that it means kinda like... I think it's the same as altruism, in a way. That's what I assume it means. Exactly. With total disinterest, he allows us to pursue our work as journalists. What a kind man. In a totally uninfluenced way, of course. Like, he won't go around and mess with the news and or anything else like that, and let people know what he wants them to know. Or even lie. He might occasionally make a suggestion, or something like that. Yeah, exactly. Ahem, I would love to join in this wonderful enterprise. That's really why I applied for this internship. But I didn't think I would be protecting democracy by scraping walls, you see. Even if I hate all this old junk too, eh? Sorry, I'm so stupid. I'm taking up your precious time. Now I see you are well-intentioned. I'm going to give you your chance. I'm going to put you into the very heart of journalism. Well, that was quick, considering that we just got here. Perfect. We are on our way at last. Our job consists of sorting the... Why there's the 2 times? Sorting the most pertinent news for the public. In order to better inform it of the state of society. You get the picture? Yes, sort of. Every day, dozens of articles are sent in from freelancers. Our business is to select the best. By what criteria? By order of their journalistic relevance, of course. Okay. Get on that computer down there. The editing software is running. Your turn now. Democracy is counting on you. Democracy, huh? Well, did she mean this computer over here? Okay, this one. Okay, how Râ Corp finances the Rotbork Mafia. Okay, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 7 boxes for me to track this. So, am I supposed to pick the quote-unquote the worst news here that give Râ Corporation a bad name? Like this, how Râ Corp money finances their Rotbork Mafia. Let's see, Stanislas Râ corruption scandal. Suicided investigator found with 2 bullets in back. Shock pick. Footballer Miguelito in bed with Doberman and sister. Jesus Christ. A Doberman and his sister. Wow, well that's a scandal right there. End of heroin taboo. The hidden benefits. Hidden benefits of heroin? Doesn't sound like something that any newspaper should be advocating. Repeat offender slashes throat of youth who refused him a ciggy. Released with caution. Well, that sounds like justice, alright. You slash someone's throat and you get off the hook with a warning, basically. Râ election rival found dead suffocated in trunk of his own car. So Râ's political rivals just get just dropped dead one by one, mysteriously, by themselves. How convenient. The 200 must-see series before you die, or the world ends. Okay. Rapstar, suck me dirty bitch, what a name, says Stanislas Râ defends Rotbork's women's rights best. Okay, whatever. That's kinda ironic coming from a guy with a suck me dirty bitch name. Lose weight fast, spend more money. Our advice for smart consumers. Beauty tips. 66-year-old Stanislas Râ reveals the secret of his everlasting youth. Aha, so he's a quite old guy. Spend your way out of depression. A bank loan to freedom and happiness. Right. 15 ways to reawaken your sex life by cheating on your husband with AITV convicts. Why the fuck would you do that? I mean, it's one thing if you have a boring sex life with your husband or wife or whatever, but why in the seven hells would you even consider to cheat him or her with convicts who have HIV? That's so dumb. But anyway, so how Râ Corp money finances Rotbork Mafia? I guess we start with this. Wait, where did it go? Oh, there we go. And then Stanislas Râ corruption scandal. There. Sure. I don't know if the order matters here. If I read an article like this, I would get pissed. So we're gonna put this here. Râ election rival found dead, suffocated. Well, let's move. I was thinking that maybe this is bigger news, so let's move it here. Although there's so much space now. Yeah, I'm gonna move that there. Again, so much space. Or maybe it doesn't matter. I would just put more text into this box here. Well, that's better, I guess. And there. Yeah, this is terrible. Let's put it there. And let's put this here as well because of the irony. End of heroin taboo? Maybe that. Okay. Not bad, but there's still a few useless stories from a journalistic perspective. Let me guess, all the ones that make Râ look bad. Okay, I'll take another look then. Beginners normally make mistakes, but don't worry about it. You can't learn to be a journalist in a day. It's like an art. Okay, so I guess it doesn't matter that in which box I move each of these stories. I just need to pick up the right ones. Let's try to find every story with Râ in it, like this, yeah. And what's this? My email? Well, I guess it's nothing. Two more. Maybe this. And maybe this as well, because it's so ridiculous. Not bad, but there's still a few useless stories. Right. Okay. Oh, let's try to avoid all stories with where Râ's name is mentioned. Okay, like this, and this, this. Yeah, sure. This. And this. Okay. There shouldn't be any stories here with Râ's name mentioned anywhere. Not bad. But still a few useless stories. Okay. It's like an art. It's like an art, she says. Maybe it does matter that which boxes I insert the stories. That might actually matter. Okay. I'm trying to fill these boxes with as much text as possible. Maybe I should just try and pick up an article with the most shock value. Like this. Yeah, this too. Yeah, this would upset me as well. This not so much. This. This. Maybe these two devs. I mean, people do like to read murder or suicide stories like this, right? I don't know. Okay, that wasn't quite it. Okay, shock value. This rapper's name doesn't even fully fit here. Okay, I guess it doesn't go there. And I did notice that the fonts are different in each box, so maybe that is also a hint that which goes where. Yeah, this font is more, you know, eye-catching. It gets your attention. I think I'm getting it now, folks. I think I'm getting it. And these two fonts are nearly identical. It looks quite good to me, at least. God damn it. There's some useless stories from journalistic perspective, whatever that means. Today's journalists very rarely have any integrity these days. That's why I don't read or watch much mass media news these days. I always question whether they are telling the entire truth or half-truths and leaving some stuff out, or if they are telling the truth at all. It's always good to be at least a little bit skeptical, no matter where the news come from. That's how I like to think anyway. There's no other... I didn't want to click that. And there's no other news articles or anything, is there? Like I can't scroll up and down or anything. No, okay. Maybe the more serious stories, like how Râ Corp money finances the Rotbork Mafia, and we just ditch the crap like the 200 must-see series before you die. Maybe. Let's see. That's quite serious. This not so much. End of heroin taboo. That's just dumb. This. Sure. Okay, the rest seem to be just dumb as well. 15 ways to reawaken your sex life. Yeah. Spend your way out of depression. Beauty tips. Lose weight fast. Rap star. The 200 must-see series. Or maybe this. At least it's shocking if nothing else. Maybe this as well. I mean, people do like to read beauty tips, right? And lose weight. That's another classic. People like to read tips how to lose weight and all that, right? Journalistic perspective. What if you told me what that perspective is? Journalistic perspective. Actually, oh, I can move around. Can I? Maybe if I look around, maybe even talk to people, I could get some hints about journalistic perspective or whatever. Still can't go there. This controls the line transmissions, I would say. Talk to her. She's giving me things to do. Let's deal with those first. There is no one else I can talk to. What? Not bad, but okay. Not sure if the game was buggy in there or whatever. Statue. 2 statues carved out of solid wood. Am I going to spend most of the episode on that computer screen? Or at this computer screen? Yeah. God damn it. I really don't get this one. Like, what's the logic? What's the logic behind here? Useless stories from journalistic perspective. And it's like art. Those are the 2 only hints that I got from that woman. And again, I assume that it doesn't matter that to which box I track each of these stories to. That doesn't matter. It just matters that I pick up the right stories from the bunch. Maybe it's all the most irrelevant and nonsense stories. That could also be it. So, no serious stuff. Like this. This and sure. That. Maybe it's that. Not bad at all for a beginner. What, they were correct? I believe we have found a hell of a recruit. Well done, kid. That'll make tomorrow's headline. Yet another victory for democracy. Yeah, indeed. Victory, indeed. I just need to throw in my Stanislas Râ debate victory article and we are off. You're what? Are you from another planet? Don't you ever watch TV? Well, I guess he doesn't. That's a month that the Rotbork mayoral campaign's been going on. And tonight's the grand final debate. But how can you call it a victory article if the debate's not yet taken place? It's true, I hadn't thought of that. What? You are kidding? So much from that journalistic integrity. In any case, the debate will surely be cancelled, from lack of a moderator. The guy who should be here had some kind of travel hedge. Unless... Unless what? You have some journalistic talent. How about you take his place? Replacing a moderator? What do you mean? You ask some questions, you look at the script, you pretend to concentrate and hey, presto. That's crazy, I don't even know what it's about. No worries, I swear. Think of your career. You would be able to chat with Mr. Râ in person after. Well, in that case. Meet Stanislas Râ. It's now or never. Okay, that's settled. Fantastic. I was dreading it would land on my plate. Don't let it go to your head. So, we'll meet you in the studio, right? See you in a bit. Just what I am getting myself into. Well, we are soon about to find out. I'm just wondering. Well, let's play some more. I think I'm gonna edit out some of the time that I spent on that computer screen. It took me quite some time to figure that one out, although it wasn't that hard at the end of the day. Okay, so we go here, I take it. Oh, damn. Imagine if a guy with an eye patch like that was reading you the news. Reading you the weather. Ahem. Lord, what am I doing here? Psst, the intern. Read the auto cue, whatever that is. Must be the script. The auto. What? The thing with the writing in front of you. It's called paper. Okay, I see it. Oh, you mean that? Oh, okay. I get it. It started already, has it? Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this final great democratic debate. For the mayor of Rotbork, our dear town, nurturing mother of... You really talk about the town like that? Sure, get on with it, stupid. Great. Nurturing mother of our most fecund hopes. This program is brought to you with the generous support of our partners, Râ Feed, Râ Entertainment, Râ Cosmetics, Râ Spirits, Râ Sports, Râ Imports, Râ Supermarkets, Rally Good, the Râ Institute. Jesus, this guy practically owns this entire city already. You don't say. Ahem, so let's welcome Stanislas Râ, outgoing mayor, who's running for his 5th mandate? Keep going. Oh, well, no wonder he owns the city. He's been the mayor of the city for 5 terms. Jesus. His 5th... Oh wait, was it 4 terms and this is his 5th? Okay. His 5th mandate, and Mr. Pascal Petitpas, candidate for the Rotbork Liberation Party. Well, I suppose we would better start with... Oh? Apparently we are starting with Mr. Râ. So that's Mr. Râ. Thank you very much. Doesn't look like a bad guy at all. Before I start, I would like to say a word for our fellow citizens, the least well off. As well as for the children, the adults, the women, the handicapped, animal rescuers, Jesus Christ what a list, the artists, the captains of the industry, pregnant women, all minorities, the aged, the bald, the sick, the great, the tall, the short, believers, non-believers, the practicing, the non-practicing, students, pensioners, the retired, restaurant owners, garage owners, artisans, the homeless, those without documents, those without teeth, okay, that's very specific, those without jobs, and those with jobs, the endangered species, okay, the urban, the rural, apprentices, tilers, gamers, oh, gamers, finally someone who talks for us gamers, and dolphins, okay, whales. Is there anyone or anything this guy won't talk to or talk for? Extraterrestrials, semi-trucks, combat helicopters, dinosaurs even? Yep, there's nothing. Absolutely nothing or no one he won't talk to or talk for. And all those who, like me, are concerned about the future of our planet. Look at that freaking grin. I mean, look at this. Don't tell me that he doesn't look like a crook. That's the face of a crook. I think I might have forgotten someone. Oh, you think? Oh yes, the Fisherman's Crisis Victim Committee, a very important association in our fine town of Rotbork. All those who I understand well and have represented now for 20 years. And for whom I fight every day. Look at this face. That face is saying, they are so going to buy my bullshit here. Alas, our dear town of Rotbork has floundered in dire straits ever since the crisis. This is why I have decided to spearhead my new mandate. to bring to the forefront my new shopping mall project in order to create jobs and permit the least well-off to buy the cheap rubbish made in your third world sweatshops. Damn. Ahem. Politeness and pertinence are certainly not your strong points, Mr. Petitpas. Petitpas, how do you spell that? Mr. Petitpas. But I shall, nevertheless, endeavor to rescue some decency in this debate. I do believe your time is up, Mr. Râ. Oh, very well. Now it's over to you, Mr. Petitpas. It was Petitpas and now it's Petitpas. Is either the mayor or Bartholomew's mispronouncing his name, or is this a typo? Could you resume for us your program briefly? It's simple. For a start, we are going to stop talking in circles. I'm speaking to all the people of Rotbork. All those who have seen this town developed and now the dump it's become. So the crisis happened, and we have never recovered from it. Since we relied above all on the fishing, and it wasn't easy to adapt to alternatives just like that. But that was no reason to run the town into the ground. Even if there's no money, that's no reason to let the town fall into the hands of bandits. When I was a kid, I lived in the valley. We were poor. But I never stole so much as a turnip from the neighbor's field. The time is limited. Please avoid personal anecdotes. Let's stick to the essential. I'm getting there. I want to put the life back in Rotbork. No more insecurity, no more of those soulless shopping malls. If people flee Rotbork or stop coming here, it's because they no longer feel at home in this place. As my grandfather used to always say, a town is like house, if you want. Time's up. Sorry. Ahen, what have you to say about that, Mr. Râ? Going back to the Middle Ages and living off turnips, that's what I would call an original manifesto. That's not what I said. Oh. I didn't interrupt you, Mr. Puppetit. You will respect the rules of democratic debate. Grrr, bastard. As I was saying, on the face of it, I quite understand your feelings and those of your fellow citizens. Besides, I share them totally. I myself am personally attached to Rotbay and to Rotbork as if they were my children. What rubbish, you couldn't even place them on the map. We don't even know where you come from. I wasn't aware one had to be born here to love this town. Just because I'm a newcomer doesn't stop me from developing an empathetic relationship with this town. Come. Rotbay and Rotbork deserve better than this type of sophistry. I think you meant to say Rotbork. I was wondering if he messed up the names. You're not going to defend him too, are you? I seem to remember your contract stipulates impartially. It would seem that I am the sole guarantor. Guarantor, how do you spell that? It would seem that I am the sole guarantor of democracy in this studio. So be it. In short, if I understand you correctly, you would prefer to swap the future of our fellow citizens for a little of melancholy, romanticism, for something as intangible as the soul of Rotbork? Really? With all due respect, I find it hard to imagine you are daft enough to even dare think of it. You would be willing to abandon people crippled with debt on the rocks? Debt ridden by you, by your banksters. Democracy demands you be silent. Thanks. And while we are on the subject, I may take this opportunity to defend myself against those vile rumors often heard in bars. Bars, stinking and dilapidated, full of ignorant and aggressive drunks. Yes, the Râ Bank belongs to me, but it functions independently. I am merely the legal owner. Yeah, sure. There is absolutely no bias or favoritism in the context of my commercial activities. Ah, yeah, sure. Your thumbs up, Mr. Râ. So let's talk about the bank. To finance all your scams, you have borrowed gigantic sums of money. So far so good, but in 10 years' time, who will be paying them back? Clearly not your turnip fields, that's for sure. That's it. Play the wise guy. You drive us into debt. Oh hey, that sounds like my country's current government. And it'll be one of us who has to pay for the damage. All the burden will be on our backs. But nobody talks about that, huh? And for a good reason. Everything belongs to you. The banks, the papers, the TV, practically everything. Even that bottle of water, I'm sure. Now then, I had a feeling this kind of conspiracy theory would turn up. As if everybody was corrupted and people weren't able to tell good from bad. They made a typo there as well. Don't taint the entire population with your own problems, Mr. Petitpas. Nobody here is contractually obliged to champion me. You can check for yourself. And if that's not enough, here's another proof. That bottle is mine, since I have taken over the factory in the valley. Of course you have. What? You have taken over the factory in the valley as well? Yes, and nevertheless, that bottle is yours. You may drink from it or not, quickly or slowly. You may even throw it away, or give it to someone. I'll not stop you. So there, am I really the tyrant that you describe? Judging from your smug face, yes. I do believe that the poor folk of Rotbork and of Gorborn, I think you mess up the names there again, dude, deserve better than this kind of caricature from you, Mr. Petitpas. They are constantly mispronouncing his name, I bet. I, at least, have some concrete proposals. Talking of which, here's my plans for the expansion of the shopping center. Yeah, because that's the most important thing. A new extension will grace the right-hand side and... Hey, but that's our cathedral! Oh yes, so it is. I hadn't noticed. Well, that'll reduce heritage renovation expenditure at least. But no matter. If I am re-elected, let it be known that you will be able, the very next day, to buy Putella at $2.99 the kilo. Do you know of many tyrants able to negotiate these ports of prices for their fellow citizens, Mr. Puppetit? And besides, $2.99 for a kilo of Putella, it's a lot better than your turnips, no? You bastard! Ah, get him off! Scum! Assassin! It really looks like he would rip his head off. He didn't get corrupted or anything, did he? Anger and despair, justified too. This Stanislas Râ is, in reality, Mammon, the demon of material wealth. Yeah, I was thinking about that, if he was that demon who was all about greed. The world is simply a giant commodity for him. He'll bargain away the entire town down to the last brick. Especially the things that are of sentimental value for ordinary folk. His pattern is perfect. He seems gentle but serious, a model of success. That's his greatest trick, and sadly, it works. I feel sorry for Petitpas. Touching him may be, but he'll convince nobody. They are going to rip him to shreds and put him in the shade till the end of his days. They have got it all sewn up. Good. I'm going to take advantage of all this chaos to get a look inside Râ's office. And do the job that no one else will do. Okay, so that was very eventful debate. And I think I'm going to end the episode here. And in the next episode, well, let's go and take a look at Râ's office. Let's see. Let's go here. And end the episode here. The maintenance guy is gone as well. Ventilation shaft. Something tells me that we can't just walk through the door and we have to go to the ventilation shaft here. Can we even fit inside there? Well, anyway, I guess we'll find out next time. So, until then. Thank you for watching once again and see you next time for more The Blind Prophet.